Obviously, you're heavily into prize, but this kind of year kind of lets you know that season's almost here. How excited you are to see everybody here and know the basketball season is about to start?
Yeah, I think this time of year is a fun time of year for everybody. Everybody's liking their teams, and you're about halfway through the so-called preseason practices. You got 30 practice days before your first game. We're actually right at the halfway point, we're about 15 in. So is everybody else, and get to come down here and talk about your guys, your team, your newcomers. So it's fun to see a lot of your coaching friends and colleagues and talk basketball.
And not an entirely new field, but it's been a few years since you've been picked to finish first. What are your thoughts about that? Sometimes you want to be picked. What are your thoughts on that in general?
Well, certainly it's it's nice to be picked there.
Yeah.
Certainly you feel like if you're being picked, whether it's first or towards the top,
yeah,
you've at least got something to be excited about as the season approaches. But it really doesn't change our goals. Each year we're trying to win the league, whether it be the regular season as well as the tournament, and that's no different this year. Certainly a lot of publications have got us picked first, but there's a lot of good teams in this league, and every night will be a battle, so we got to be ready for that.
Yeah, and then you talk about that battle. The Big South across the board is a really good league. If you see all these coaches here and see the student athletes, is that a good reminder how the depth of this league?
I think it is, and having our own players here with Maceo, Ahmad, and Kevin being down here and seeing some of the other players that are still in this league, some veteran players that are all conference caliber talent players, and I think it's just a good constant reminder of just how good this league is, how veteran the league will be this year. There's a lot of some years you look at the all-conference ballot and there's freshmen and sophomores on there, a lot of underclassmen. You'll find this year that it's an older league, so to say, this year, and a lot of good players, and thus there'll be a lot of good teams.
Yeah, final question, you kind of just alluded to it, but how special is it to have three guys earn preseason all-conference recognition?
Well, those young men have put in a lot of hard work to earn those accolades. Obviously, they're preseason accolades. Now it's their responsibility, their job to earn those postseason. Anytime you've got, at this level, when you've got three all-conference players, if we're fortunate enough to have so at the end of the season, you've probably given yourself a pretty good chance to, if not be at the top, be towards the top. You look nationally, the teams that are having 2 and 3 first-round draft picks, those teams have a chance to win the national championship. You've got to have good players to have a good team, and fortunately we're in that position. We've got some good players on the roster.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Yes, sir.